The latest Spider-Man movie is critically acclaimed and I had a great time in the theater. If you saw all Spider-Man movies like me, then you will find that there's a lot that he can teach us. If you've ever daydreamed about being Spider-Man in college, maybe you'll find that you're not that different after all. No worries, there won't be any substantial spoilers, so let's start. Spider-Man can be quite stubborn and he often goes on a mission alone, only to find out that he will need support. Isn't it good to have people that can help you? Include your classmates when you study or when you take on a student project. I've seen student teams do incredible things together. Isn't it also good to have a mentor? You can ask your professors and professionals for advice about your career path. Spider-Man leads a team when he feels that he should take the leading role. But he also knows when to be led by more experienced heroes. Although I gotta admit that he has serious issues with executing clear orders.
Don't.
Develop a sense for defining your role in a group. How can you add value to it? I recommend astronaut Chris Hadfield's book on the topic. He says, try to be a zero, not a hero. Pull your weight, show up humbly, and don't try to be in the spotlight. Do your job professionally. After a good while, people will respect you and want to follow you. Then you can move to a +1 position and add additional value to the team beyond what's expected. You can also see it this way. Spider-Man is wearing a mask. He's doing all these things and risks his life without taking any credit for it. Are you willing to push a project to success without getting recognition? Spider-Man often acts impulsively. It's not wrong to go with your gut feeling every now and then, but if you plan to take on an extremely dangerous villain, you may want to have a proper plan in place. Do you think you should take an exam without preparation? Have an action plan for your next exam, including a learning strategy and a schedule. Plan your career development goals ahead in time. Even if you're not sure about how you want your career to look like in the future, you can plan activities to explore different paths. Peter Parker fails all the time. People around him fail. It's great to relate to this human side of him because we all fail. But he manages to stand up every time. He knows how to forgive others and tries to learn how to forgive himself. You may have failed exams, screwed up a student project, or a classmate may have harmed you. The world hasn't ended. If there's something Spider-Man wants to accomplish, he doesn't give up. Unless it's a topic where closure is the better option. Write down in the comment section which of Spider-Man's traits you find most valuable. Our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is known for helping the little people. He supports them, protects them, and tries to cheer them up.
What's up, guys?
He invests his time and energy for this. If you're strong compared to your classmates, you can choose to help them. They will be grateful in the future. You will also feel better about yourself and maybe you'll learn even more about a topic by teaching it to others. I find it especially amazing that Spider-Man even wants to help his enemies to become better people. He's taking risks for that. There's a lot to learn about how to treat people that we're in conflict with.
With great power comes great responsibility.
A classic and maybe the most well-known phrase in the world of comic books. You will be a professional soon, an engineer, a doctor, a teacher. You need to decide whether you will follow your own needs, neglecting the community and the environment, or do you have a mindset that respects the needs of others and our planets? As an engineer, will you develop ecologically sustainable products? As a doctor, will you treat patients of all income classes? As a teacher, will you teach underprivileged children in difficult neighborhoods? Spider-Man always seems to do what feels right, and he's willing to take the hard path instead of the easy one. He also doesn't blame other people for problems. Sure, we can blame students and professors and say that everything around is as bad. Or we can work on ourselves and on improving the situation. Despite of his student job as a photographer or pizza delivery boy, his extracurricular activity as an Avenger, and his personal struggles, Peter Parker never loses sight of his education. College, internships, and education are important topics in the Spider-Man movies. The movies basically show the struggles that every college student is facing. Peter Parker knows the value of education. He's interested in the newest technologies. He learns in his free time. He improves his suit and his skills constantly. He's a lifelong learner. With this attitude, he also constantly discovers more of his talents. Traits that any student can adapt one-to-one. Peter Parker has a cheerful attitude. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and he shows humor in even the most difficult situation. No matter how powerful he is, he stays humble, and he tries to be himself.
You gonna be the next Iron Man now?
Well, no, I don't have time. I'm too busy doing your jobs.
What? I'm kidding. Look, keep up the good work.
Because I am going on vacation.
With his attitude, he inspires people to be better. So you failed an exam. You're totally stressed out about the semester. You don't know what the future holds for you. Every single person has these struggles. It's part of life. Don't beat yourself up. Put a smile on your face. You'll figure it out. Spider-Man knows that success comes with a cost. He invests time and effort into his missions. He knows that there may be losses involved. College education also comes with costs like time, energy, and money. Plus, you will face many problems and will struggle on the way. Like Spider-Man, you will need to keep pushing yourself and focus on the cause. When Spider-Man is distracted, he doesn't function too well. He knows that he must be the one to take initiative and get his head back in the game. Do you see yourself in similar situations that Spider-Man faces? You may be more Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, or Spider-Diverse than you think. If you want to get more content about improving your life as a student, subscribe and click on the notification button. See you soon.